well, don't be nervous. Hello, folks. This Hangout on Air is live, although this Hangout format is going away soon, and I was trying to use the new format, and it didn't work. Or I couldn't understand how to work it, and I deleted that podcast that lasted 2 minutes. But here's my daughter, Elizabeth. Today is Father's Day. She's done many recorded videos with me, and today is Father's Day 2019.
Yeah. Wilson! Stop! Sorry, the dog is bad.
So we got bad dogs, good cats, and you're in Alabama, I'm in Louisiana, and it's been almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in September that we did a duo review of
Chimay Red.
Well, that was over 8 years ago, but that was the first video review we did, but we did the Blue Moon.
Oh, okay.
Blue Moon, and then you really liked it, and then I really didn't care for it too much, but I started to like it more as I drank on it over the years, so my score increased. You said you were interested in buying a case or a 6-pack of it, and I was thinking, years ago she loved that beer. But,
okay, I do really enjoy Blue Moon. So if I'm out somewhere, say I'm at a bar and they don't really have something interesting that I want to try, or I'm at a just like a regular restaurant and they don't have like a big beer selection, like I'll get a Blue Moon. It's like a good, reliable, basic beer for me. It's best with an orange slice. But I don't drink a ton of beer anyway, like at home. So there's really no reason for me to like buy a whole pack of it. Whereas something like the Subtlety beer that I had bought, I knew Earl Grey is one of my favorite teas. I figure I'll like it. Justin will like it. We'll probably drink that. So, if I buy beer for at home, it's going to be something a little more interesting than Blue Moon. But Blue Moon is a it's like a great classic beer for me.
Yeah. I see you have the Subtlety in the background, the Abita Subtlety. And I tried it and I liked it. But you have, interestingly, and I might do later on, folks, later on today, I think Jean and Neely and I are going to do an Inver House Green Plaid blended Scotch whiskey review.
Ooh.
It's kind of dull, really. When I first tried it, I liked it a lot, but it seemed like the more I drank it, the more dull it tastes. But I didn't pay too much, and he didn't pay. He got a real good deal. But anyway, you have an Aldi brand Blue Moon Mimic.
Yeah, a friend came over the other night and brought a couple of these and, left them. It's called Kinru Blue.
And that's from it's reversed. So it's from Aldi or Costco?
Aldi.
Yeah, and someone said, I talked to somebody from Frito-Lay the other day, and they said Aldi is about to open in the New Orleans area.
I love Aldi. I really do.
So I'd be curious. I'd be curious to try that and all their other ones. I had their stuff years ago on road trips, but never.
Yeah. So this is, it's Belgian wheat ale. It says, Kinru Belgian white ale features a perfect balance of orange peel, coriander, and hints of lemon citrus with a crisp, refreshing finish. And it recommends garnishing with an orange peel. It says it's from Martin's Brewing Company. I don't know what that's an imprint of or anything. I didn't look. I know
about it. Martin's is the name of the company.
Okay.
They're an old brewing company from the Netherlands, or is it Belgium? One of those low countries.
Yeah, it's a product of Belgium.
Yeah, okay. Martin's of Belgium, right. So they make a lot of beers, and they also make some in Germany. It's a huge company. Most of what they do is contract brewing for other companies like Aldi. They say, send us what you want, we'll make it. And so Martin's is very common in Trader Joe's also. And Trader Joe's is owned by Aldi, so it makes sense. That's why Trader Joe's kind of looks like Aldi.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the Blue Moon. This came out in 1995. Wasn't called Blue Moon at first, but pretty soon they renamed it to Blue Moon. It's a certified kosher beer. It's a 5.4% alcohol. It's brewed with Valencia orange peel and coriander. And it's not a diet beer because the calories is like 168. So it's on a little getting into the heavy side a little bit. Now here's the Blue Moon glass. Remember years ago they sent me.
Yep. Mine broke. Mine had broke. Is your Blue Moon is 5% alcohol? This is 5%.
5.4 actually. Blue Moon 5.4.
This is a little less.
Lighter. So you've had enough Blue Moon, you know what it tastes like. So you can kind of mentally compare it. This actual Belgian beer to a Belgian style beer.
Yeah, so we could talk about it. So you go ahead, talk about the Blue Moon, and then I didn't pour. I didn't chill my glass. So I don't want to pour the whole thing, but it's very yellow. It's quite hazy. It's like a straw yellow, quite hazy. With a minimal head.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more orange yellow, I think maybe.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it, yeah.
It's a huge head of foam.
Yeah.
Some lazy bubbles, and it's got that sediment. It's got little specks of sediment. Now, it'll be more sediment once I shake the bottom of the can. I remember years ago, you only saw Blue Moon in bottles, but then they started, maybe you might remember, they started putting out in cans, and then the cans became very popular. You can still get it on draft, which I've never had it on draft. Okay, so what about your aroma there?
I mean, it's definitely weedy, but there's a sort of sweetness to it. Like, it doesn't smell super bready. There's almost like almost like a juice. Like maybe that's the citrus that I'm smelling.
Yeah, they probably add oranges and coriander to that.
There is a slight spice of the coriander.
Okay, let's see. Before we taste it, I'm going to look at comments on YouTube. We have some people watching. Jean-Pierre says, "Hey guys, happy Father's Day, Mr. T." Jean-Pierre lives in Mobile, Alabama. Hey, Jean, happy Father's Day to you. And I know Jean-Pierre was a foster father for years, and he was helping that little girl out. And at 47 straight says, "Happy Father's Day and cheers to all." Same back to you. Jean-Pierre said, "Can Elizabeth?" This is an interesting question. Can Elizabeth get Steel Reserve Triple Export?
I have no idea.
I don't think that black can is sold in Alabama.
Why? What is it? Should I get it?
I mean, I don't know if you're going to like it. We reviewed it. You and I reviewed it 8 years ago, and you liked it a lot. It was in a tall can, and I bought that in northwestern Georgia. But the last few times I passed through that area of Georgia, I did not see it. So it's a strong lager. Jean-Pierre said he's drinking some red wine. Okay, Jean-Pierre.
Nice.
And
that's why I was drinking last night.
He noticed his wine reviews get better views than his beer reviews. I said, well, people do like wine, so he was telling me that in a private. So let's go with the taste now. Oh wait, I didn't talk about my aroma. It's pungent, it's weedy, like you said, it's a wheat beer. It reminds me a little bit of the cereal you can buy at the store. I don't think it's too popular anymore. When I was a child, they had commercials all the time for it. It was called Wheaties. Y'all might be familiar with Wheaties.
I think I've seen them.
When you became a big sports star years ago, you would get on the Wheaties box. If your picture was on the Wheaties box, cereal box, that meant you made it into the big time sports world. But
they still do that, I think.
Yeah, I think they still do it. Probably have the women's World Cup soccer team on there if they win, But you pick up a little sweetness, a little fruit. It's not super aromatic. The taste is going to be fuller on the Blue Moon. So a lot of companies started copying them when they came out. Like pretty soon they had the Shock Top, which is a rival brand of the white wheat beer. So what you can give me your taste notes first, since you went with the aroma notes first.
I mean, okay, so I do tend to think it is similar to Blue Moon, of course, but it definitely doesn't seem like a. You just got up and walked away.
I'm listening.
Okay. It definitely.
I was adjusting something. Okay.
It definitely doesn't seem like a direct copy, because I almost feel like this has more sweetness to it than Blue Moon does.
Yeah. No, it's not a direct copy, but I guess they're trying to feed into the style.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely similar. And if you like Blue Moon, you would like this beer. There is a breadiness, a kind of like white bread crust. You know, there's the slight coriander happening. Did we review some chai tea beer together? I don't remember. Or did we just talk about it?
We did all kinds of things from Blue Moon together, like the horchata and I think the chai tea brand, a variant they had. We did the Golden Knot, which was like made with white wine.
Who did the chai tea beer?
I think it was like, I'd have to look it up, but I remember doing one.
Yeah, but I've also had a chai tea beer there's this place in Tuscaloosa called Cravings that has a lot of singles, like really interesting beer selections. And I wish when you came for graduation, you could have stayed a little longer because I've been wanting to take you there if you had the chance to look. But that's what I'm saying. You should, excuse me, try to come to Tuscaloosa this summer before I move to Birmingham. But yeah, I mean, I really like it. And this is cheaper than Blue Moon, so you know, I'd buy it.
How much is a 6-pack of that at Aldi?
Oh, I don't remember honestly, but pretty much everything at Aldi is cheaper, you know, than what you would find at any other store.
Yeah, I believe that.
They keep the prices really low because of things like the more compact store size. They only stay open during peak shopping hours. You have to put in a quarter for the cart, so they don't have to employ extra people to go like fetch the car. It's just different things that they do to like kind of decrease. And so there's, yeah, you can get a lot of stuff cheap at Aldi. So I'll go like $6 all wine, even $10 wine there. That's you know, their version of like a $13 wine. You know,
and they're not bad, huh?
No. I mean, like I said, this I think is like really good, and I think it's there's a lot of sediment in here. I think it's interesting too to note that this is Belgian beer versus like Belgian style.
Right. It stands to reason that a Belgian company might know, that's been in business hundreds of years, might know how to make a Belgian beer. This one you probably can't see it because I see there's glare on the computer, but I can see that there's a cloud descending, but you can't really see, but it's
not really.
On video, it's orange.
I don't know if you can see my sediment.
A little bit.
Big pieces, in fact.
See it. Big white chunk, grayish white chunk. Okay. I never really was, honestly, a big wheat beer fan. It's okay. It's got like some banana flavor from the coriander. It's got spice. It's got a little tartness, orange spritz from the orange, Valencia orange peel. It's sweet. It's bready, but it's not for me. But still, the Blue Moon, I think, is made very well. I think they do a good job with it. So I can't. It wouldn't be fair to say, well, since I don't like the style, it's a bad beer. It doesn't make any sense. It's like saying I don't like Chinese food, so all Chinese food is bad. That's craziness, you know.
So like I definitely like, you know, that I prefer drinking like stouts and porters. So a beer like Blue Moon for me is a really great like easy drinking, you know, summer meal or summer beer. And then if I'm eating like a heavy meal, or say I have like a hamburger or something, like I don't want to stout with that too. I mean, sometimes I do, but you know, Blue Moon is good. Blue Moon is good with that. Like right now it's, you know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm about to go clean my house. Like this beer isn't gonna, you know, it's refreshing. It's not doing anything. So I mean, again, but it's not something I want a whole case of in my house. Like there's no reason. I'm not gonna like drink this to linger over it.
Gotcha.
But I would need, and I wish I would have grabbed one now in hindsight. I would need a Blue Moon right in front of me, but I might actually like this better. Controversial, but I might. But I can't say that definitively, but I might.
You'd have to do a side by side to be sure, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not upset that I bought this. It was only $1.19 for the can, and it's 16 ounces. It's not a bad price, really. But it didn't make sense. At Racetrack, they had the tags didn't match, and the lady's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, the tag that had a special price didn't match the single price." Oh, so she checked it, and it was because it says $1.19, and then above it says 2 for $3. I said, well, 2 for $3 is $1.50 a can. I said, that's not really that good of a price. So, but it did ring up to $1.19. So $1.19 is better than $1.50, I must admit. You can get Blue Moon 12 packs around here, but they don't really have the flavors they used to have. Like they used to have a lot of different flavors.
They come out with like a winter flavor, don't they?
I think what happened was they were putting out so many different flavors and varieties that they might have been finding that it wasn't really paying off. Like it was costing so much to develop it, weren't making much money if they were making any money. So now
they released like a winter ale or something that was really good.
They did. Mountain. They've changed the name. Winter Mountain Abbey Ale and all this. So now they'll have a winter version, maybe a fall or a spring, then this. But that big, what they used to do all the time, where every time you turn your back, they had a new flavor, a new variety. That's died out. All the stuff about making it with wine grapes, the super strong, with the corked bottle and all that, that's kind of died away.
I don't even remember seeing any Blue Moon like that.
Yeah, they sold them around here years ago. They were called Proximity. And it was a wine bottle, and it had a cork with a cage, and you undo it and popped off. And they were real strong, like 9% alcohol. It was kind of like a super specialty beer.
Ooh, so speaking of specialty beers, this was like last month now, but something I had that I loved was so you know how Omnigang or whatever have been coming out with the Game of Thrones beers?
Yeah.
They're kind of hit or miss. Like I liked some of them, I didn't like others, but they had a special one. I think it was a porter or something that called Mother of Dragons, and I got a bottle of it at World Market for the Game of Thrones season premiere, and then for the finale I got another one. It was the only one they had left. And it was so good. It was like smoky with like cherry notes. I mean, it was delicious. And like, I've been meaning to go back and see if they still have them now the Game of Thrones is over or whatever. Like they might be on sale, but even if like you don't care about Game of Thrones, whatever, it's a very good beer. And I would definitely recommend people seeing if you can get them while they still have them, because I'm sure they're limited edition.
Thurns has Game of Thrones beers. And then when I went to Cost Plus World Market last month, they had all kind of Game of Thrones beers.
They have wine too, yeah. And they partnered with Jack Daniels, I think.
Game of Thrones whiskey, huh?
Yeah, it's like Johnny. It's like White Walker whiskey. It's like Johnny White Walker or something.
Oh, yeah. I see that everywhere. I saw that at Walmart today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't had it. I mean, I don't know if it's actually a special recipe or if it's just a themed bottle. I
think it's a special. I didn't examine it too closely. I think it's a special recipe, but like you say, it might just be a
if I had the money, I probably would have got it during the show, like to try, but I just never have got it.
It might just be a commemorative bottle.
Yeah.
Talking about whiskey, hold on a second. I'll show you something.
Okay.
When I was driving to your master's degree graduation, but that was a hectic weekend because the weather was so bad.
I know. And you had to find that hotel like way out the way.
Yeah, because normally you go to Tuscaloosa and the hotel would be $58 a night. They had it $300 a night. I said, oh, what a bargain, because it's graduation.
They get you during the football games too, during the home games.
The football games the same way. Like, I said, what? Well, I guess if people pay for it, but to stay at a mid-range hotel and you're paying prices for like a luxury hotel. So I went to Meridian and I stayed there, and that was fine. And luckily the weather calmed down by the time I got there. But I went to this liquor store, of course. So I was walking around in there, and they had so much stuff. But I said, look at this. You and I and Justin had reviewed Ancient Age years ago, but I saw this. It's called Ancient Age.
Oh, wow.
It's aged 6 years. double. It's the normal one is only aged 3 years. This one is 6 years, and it's supposed to be better, and it's higher alcohol. It's 45% alcohol as opposed to 40. I said, oh well, it's from Buffalo Trace Distillery. I'm gonna check it out one day. One day.
Oh, Dad, I don't think you ever have seen Justin's. I say our because like some of it is mine, most of it is Justin's. I don't think you've ever seen the alcohol collection. Let me see if I can.
No, I haven't.
Can you see it?
I've seen photos of people standing in front of it.
Oh yeah, me and Isabel at graduation. Yeah, you see all that stuff?
It's a lot of booze.
Gonna be fun to move with it.
It's a lot of stuff.
No. It's fun with cocktails though.
I might have tried some of it before. Well, okay, so today we did a hangout. We tried Belgian beers, or in your case, an actual beer from Belgium. I tried a beer from, let's see, where is this one from? I can never figure out their code. I guess that's Colorado. From Colorado, but that's not anywhere close to Belgium. It's got a best by date of September 16th. So that means if it's got 3 months on it, it's pretty fresh.
I've been to Belgium, can confirm the beer was good.
The beer was good in Belgium?
Mm-hmm. And I got some liquor from there, this stuff called Rumor. It's like an elderflower liqueur. I got like a small bottle to bring back with me. So they have a lot of stuff that's like very like specific to Belgium, which is cool.
You went to Antwerp?
No, I flew into, I was in Ghent. I flew into Brussels and then I was in Ghent for that.
Oh yeah. That's where the treaty was signed that ended a war.
Oh, I loved Ghent. It was gorgeous. Remember I showed you pictures of that cathedral I went to? I literally cried. It was so beautiful.
Now, what was the last statement you were saying before I kind of interrupted you about a beer there?
Nothing specific. They just have a lot of stuff that's specific to Belgium. Like I meant like the kinds of liquor, or different alcohols they have something. Ooh, I forget what it's called. I wasn't able to bring it back, but it's almost like a gin. And supposedly it's the alcohol that the gin we know was sort of like based off of, but we didn't have all the right botanicals. So then like we got our gin, or like the British did. But there's this Belgian drink that's like a sort of like gin precursor that I also tried, but I can't remember what it's called.
Huh. It was good though.
Mm-hmm. It didn't really taste like gin either, but it was like apparently like connected with the history.
And then somehow in America we wound up with Mims. All right. I was thinking about you this morning because I was walking around Walmart and they had a gin called Amsterdam.
Really?
You ever heard of the Amsterdam?
No, but
yeah, it's real popular. Of course, they had a lot of other ones.
So I've got this gin from Edinburgh. It's the Edinburgh Gin Company. It was a small batch Christmas gin. It's frankincense and myrrh gin.
That's a good idea.
It tastes pretty interesting. This is the Rumor, not Rumor like Fleetwood Mac Rumor. It's ROO.
Rumor, like you put it in your room.
ER, yeah, Rumor. And see, it's this little cute little weird bottle, and you can see the flowers floating in it.
Oh, that's wild.
So I got that. It definitely tastes more like a elderflower liqueur or something, like a Saint Germain. And then speaking of Amsterdam, there's this place called Wine and Fokink that's been around in Amsterdam since 1679. It's a tiny little store, and they make all these liqueurs in shop, tons and tons of flavors. They have some that are more just like spirit, like taste like spirits, but they have other infused ones. And this one's made with bergamot fruit, Now, most of the bergamot we're used to tasting in tea is the peel, but this is made with the actual fruit. So it's like got that bergamot flavor, but it's really citrusy and like pulpy. So this was my maybe it's Amsterdam where that pseudo gin I was talking about came from. I don't remember, but
You see that? It must be brandy because it says brandy wine on it.
no, this is just their translation of bergamot, I think.
No, but it says bergamot. Look at that. Hold it. It says bergamot brandy wine.
Oh, well, maybe.
Because they might use brandy as the base to put the spices in.
Oh, yeah, they might. Yeah.
Brandy. We're not going to keep going on, folks. Brandy comes from that Dutch word brandywine, which means burnt wine. It comes from the Dutch word Brent wine, which means burnt wine. And so the English people said burnt wine, brandy wine. It kind of over the years came down to become known as brandy. Just like gin came from Geneva.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It wasn't Belgium. It was Amsterdam. It's Geneva, because they have it here too. Yeah.
Geneva, yeah. Gin. Okay. Now, I'm going to read some comments, if you don't mind.
No, go for it. I'm just trying to look this thing up.
We got a lot of comments. Golly gee. We got a lot of people watching.
You're right, by the way. In our liquor store, you will be spoiled with a choice of over 50 different liqueurs, 100% handcrafted Genevers, herbal and sour bitters, and brandies. So some of them were liqueurs. I guess this one's brandy based.
They use so many liqueurs are made from brandy because I guess it's versatile because I noticed Mathern's has grape flavored brandy. And it comes from the Netherlands, and it's like these people buy this stuff all day long, and I don't know what the attraction is, but they buy this grape brandy, grape flavor. Well, brandy's made from grapes, but anyway. All right, let's see. Jean is drinking Cabernet Sauvignon. He says Coors Brewing was the first to realize the impact craft beer may have on the brewing community. That's why they put out Blue Moon. Right. They got in on it early and made a fortune. Bart Robinson says, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Father's Day. I got a few Steel Reserve triple exports chilling at the moment, as a matter of fact. Oh, well, at least you can get it, Bart. We can only get the 6% Steel Reserve, which is very mild, and I enjoy it. I'm not complaining. Fungal says, happy Father's Day. I love it when we get cameos from your daughter. Awesome. Yeah, she used to do a lot of reviews with me, but she was closer. So it got a lot harder. Yes, good to see her join you today, as always, says Bart. Zach Robinson says, happy Father's Day, everyone. I got my stepdad Pabst Blue Ribbon. He always wants that for Father's Day and his birthday. Okay. A lot of people like Pabst, like millions of people every day, for sure.
I heard something about them going out of business. Is that true?
Wouldn't shock me, but I doubt it. Why? As a matter of fact, it just came out with a new Pabst this spring, 2019. They came out with a new beer called Pabst Extra.
Huh.
Super strong Pabst, but try finding it. We had a hard time tracking it down here, but we did get it.
I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, it's like a gourmet Pabst beer. It's good. I drank one last night. I said, well, I was finishing it off, and I said, something tells me this will be the last time I ever drink this. All right. Pabst is a very strange company. Desert Drinker says, happy Father's Day, sir. Same to you. Fungal says, I don't like it either. It's too much sediment, but oh yeah, it's too jarring for me to enjoy. I don't like having to mentally prepare for each sip. I'm kidding. It's not that bad. He's kidding. He's kind of playing off of stuff I've said in the past on video reviews where I talked about I have to get mentally prepared for each sip.
Did I tell you about that Michelada that I had in San Antonio? I think I sent you a picture of it. It's like the Bloody Mary with the Michelob, or with the some kind of like Mexican beer in it.
Yeah, that's common.
Or like the Clamato thing. Oh, and I was like, I tasted it. I don't even like Bloody Marys. I tasted it and I was like, ugh. But then it was like kind of good, but I also hated it. And then I would like have another taste and I'd just be like, ugh. And I had to like, I felt bad because the guy who ordered it didn't like it. And I felt bad about it wasted. So I drank some of it, but it was like too much.
Oh, those are really popular around Louisiana and Texas. A lot of Mexicans like to drink them. And I know a guy who's Hispanic. He said, yeah, that's real popular in our community. And now he said, but people usually do it at home, like they make them at home. So the beer companies got wise to that. So they said, well, they probably hired some people that knew how to do them. And they said, well, here, make them for us. And so you can buy Modelo chiladas, you can buy Budweiser chiladas, Michelob. You know, it's like everybody's got canned chiladas, and they're kind of salty, you know.
Yeah, not for me, but
they're pretty heavy too. Like if I drink one, it makes me gain weight. It's almost like a meal in a can. It's like you're drinking dinner.
Well, people who are like working outside all day, you know, I think that kind of thing is probably, they like it probably partially like for that reason.
I think that's people who drink it. A lot of people that are doing roofing work, they get off the roof after all day. They probably need salt, you know, need something heavy, so they drink it down. All right. Hayes says, when I don't want to think about drinking, I go straight for Miller Genuine Draft. And then Fungal says, yeah, Miller Genuine Draft. It's the staring at the wall of beers. Actually, I don't even know what that means. I like my McLagers, though, if that helps. He means not thinking about it, just like zoned out, chugging. He says, I can drink Miller Genuine Draft and High Life really fast because they are such clean beers. That's true. Jean-Pierre says, can you still get alcohol early in Louisiana? Well, at 6 a.m., but not between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. It's not allowed because they had too many problems with violence or whatever.
We can buy alcohol before noon on a Sunday.
Yeah,
stupid.
It's like that in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but around here, it's 6 a.m. is the cutoff for when they start selling it. In Arkansas, you can't buy any alcohol at any place the whole Sunday, anywhere in the state. John says, can you still get alcohol early in Louisiana? Elizabeth, in your town, it is still 12 noon. No, she's in
That's on the Sunday in Alabama.
It's 12 noon to get booze, or can you get it earlier? I know in Fairhope, Alabama, I can get alcohol at 11 a.m.
Maybe it's just Tuscaloosa. I don't know.
Hayes says you can't buy it from 2 a.m. to 6 here. Same thing here. Creatonk says they just passed a law in Texas where you can buy on Sunday at 11 a.m. Good for Cowboys games. Used to be 12. Also, they just passed in Texas that you can now buy beer from breweries. Oh.
It's just really stupid. Like, there's literally no reason for it. It's stupid. We went out to brunch the other day. We couldn't get mimosas until it hit noon. Like, it's stupid.
I agree with that. Hayes says gin cocktails are nice. Fungal says Philly is still behind on most of this. You can't buy beer at most convenience stores yet, like gas stations, and it's ridiculous. I get this. He says he gets so mad he gets the shakes thinking about it. They sell beer at kids' pizza places here, says Hayes, everywhere. Okay, that's how it should be. And then Fungal says doing shots at Chuck E. Cheese's. Now, Jean-Pierre says, I know Chuck E. Cheese sell beer at their locations. And then Tyler Mansell, way out from Seattle, Washington. Hey, Tyler, it's early for you. It's still morning time. Cheers. Fungal says they do not hear, although I'm almost positive those dudes in those costumes are usually hammered. Okay. Hayes says Miller Genuine Draft is better than Pabst. I would call it a tie myself. Okay, now, any last comments? So I finished off this can, which not too difficult to finish off 16 ounces.
No, I finished my bottle.
You're on a phone.
Huh?
You're on a phone.
No, I'm on my computer. I just had to move because my laptop was dying, so I had to move to my charger. Hey, Darcy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're on a laptop. I'm on a desktop, but I do have a laptop. I never use it. Okay.
Huh?
Huh?
You have a laptop? You
Yeah.
have a laptop. I am surprised.
Sandra gave it to me,
Oh.
and then she bought a new one, and she doesn't use it. She uses what do you call it? Those
Tablet.
tablets or whatever they call flip, whatever. I can't keep up. All right, so I always use her laptop when I'm over there. Okay, now so that's it. Will we do another joint review hangout? I don't know, because when they redo the platform,
There's other things we could use though, like Skype.
I know. I don't even remember my password on Skype. I might have to start a new account. I had one, but I never used it. Nobody ever used Skype anymore. They use it on CNN News a lot and Fox News, I notice.
We should do this occasionally though, because since I don't get to do as many anymore.
Yeah, I'm keen to do that. Well, we're going to end this, and then in a little while, folks, I think John and Eli was saying, yeah, he could do it. I think we're going to do Inver House. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not too thrilled with Inver House. I mean, if I buy Scotch whiskey, I want smokiness and peat, which I know Elizabeth doesn't like Scotch, because you don't like the smokiness and the peat. This one smells like none of that. You might like this one because it doesn't have that. It just has like some sweetness to it. It smells like.
Maybe I just haven't had the right Scotch. I don't know.
Honestly, this one smells like alcoholic rock candy.
That's weird.
So y'all like sugar? You like alcoholic sugar? Okay, well, I don't know. I can't explain it. All right. So anyway, so that's that. And we're going to get off the air. And thanks for watching, folks. Let's see. Any last comments? Max Walt from the Russian Federation now, Elizabeth. Max Walt watches from Russia. So you know it's middle of the night over there. He says, hello, Ron and Elizabeth. Ron, happy Father's Day. Same to you, Max Walt, over there in the Russian Federation. Bungle says, I'm going to sign out, guys. Have a great day. That's okay, because we're signing out as well. So thanks, folks, for watching this video production.